Good morning, it's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and it is bright and early on Tuesday, and I was going to film this last night, but my stickles weren't dry, so I'm like, okay, I'll do this before I head off to work. Technically before I eat my breakfast. I've had my coffee right here. I need this morning. I read entirely too late for a work night. I just couldn't turn my head off, so I decided to stop fighting it. I'd rather have 6 solid hours of sleep than toss and turn for 8. So, today I'm bringing you hashtag Twinchy Tuesday, and Twinchies are 2 by 2 inch square of your personal art. Basically a very mini ATC card. And I did a series of them today, but let me show you what I used since I did not film this, as I've never made it before, so I wasn't quite sure how long it would take me and how they'd turn out. You know, music was on, dogs were crazy, husband kept coming in. It was just easier to do it that way. So my base background is a piece of slate blue-green color, and then I topped it with this scrap, and this was all scraps until the two base, a 1.5 by 1.5 square of this. And I think this is my last piece of this paper. I might have a full sheet, but this 12 by 12 has lasted me forever. I have it in quite a few makes, but when you only use a little piece, a 12 by 12 lasts forever. So I have this, and then I did a series of 6 fish, and these are my fish stickers, and they are bigger than the page, so a lot of their fins got trimmed. So that's that. I then added these little ice crystals, and they have either flowers or sparkly bits in the ice crystal. Some of them coordinate very well with the fish. Sometimes some of them clash. I topped it with one of these little stickers that I got out of this little sticker book. I tried to keep it away from the food ones because food doesn't really go with my goldfish flowers and crystals. Just a little pop of something. I added a sentiment from this sentiment pack, and I did the white ones. And then I doodled on the page with these markers, and I really like these acrylic markers. Got them at Ross. I got 2 different packs. This is the brush. The other one is more fine tip. And there's the colors of $9.99. I highly recommend the ink stays on the top of the page and doesn't soak in, dries very quickly, comes out solid, unlike some of my markers that absorb straight into the page and the page comes through. And they're fine for white paper, but for colors, they get very muddied very quickly. So, with that being said, let me show you what I made. Oh, and then I used stickles because inking the edges just didn't show up on this dark color. And I'll pick them up and show you closer. And I only have 6 colors of stickles, so that is what I used. And you can see the slate blue-green background, the little piece of scrap paper in the back. I just wanted it to look like water and sand in the background, and it doesn't really show through. I probably could have skipped that step, but when you're making things, you don't know how much is going to show, but it's okay. I like it. On this one, we have the floral crystal there and the heart there. I painted decorations, follow your heart. I have 2 different colors of ink on here, pink and yellow, and then put gold stickles. This one's purple paint pen, green stickles, a purple flower, purple and orange, and the crystal. You can see the background paper better on that one. This may be my favorite one. Got coral pen, a green clover, green and coral flowers, and we have clear stickles. I like this one too, but turquoise and red's always been a favorite of mine. And then my last one. And the paper, the fish, they're semi-transparent, so you kind of see the pattern behind. So maybe it wasn't a waste of paper. But yeah, those are my Twinchies for Tuesday. And they were very fun. I do realize I don't have a whole lot of little embellishments. That is something I will need to work on finding and setting aside. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye.